Hey everyone, welcome to Firefall Live. Thank you, Squeak and Orca, for making that video of the Chosen Offensive last weekend. It was really awesome. It was a lot of fun. I unfortunately had to miss out on it, but I played the last time we did this, and that's a lot of fun, so I know it's a lot of fun, and I messed around with the abilities. Yes, that was a flying uppercut. I'm not going to use the other word. But yeah, I mean, if you like what you saw there, we got that coming again, and we're going to bring it even stronger this time. We're really gonna, like, we've geared ourselves up to take you guys down, so you better watch out. As always, I'm joined by Sarah Roberts, Destroyer of Worlds. Yes. Yes. And Dave Lee is with us again, content designer.
It's been about a year.
Has it?
Yeah, it's been
Wow.
about a year. Yeah. Time flies.
What did we have you on for the first time?
When Wandering Encounters first showed up.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Wounded Bandit and all that.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's still doing good too.
Yes.
I still enjoy that encounter.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, we got a good compliment on that one.
yeah.
And then also we have Brandon. The lead community manager, Bram Flakes, is here with us today. Margaret, I think that was 15 seconds. Give me a break.
He's waiting for a spotlight. Come on, there it is.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
I
the
was
camera.
literally like
Hold
that
it.
for like a minute.
Yeah, the
Anyways.
camera's just been sitting on us awkwardly.
What's up?
And
Happy
Brandon's
Friday.
How you doing today, Brandon?
Doing very good. Thank you.
Doing very good.
Yep.
It's birthday weekend. Is this birthday weekend or next birthday weekend?
Well, I think we're celebrating it next weekend because my birthday's on Monday, so it's a little awkward.
Well, use both weekends. Hello.
I'm moving
Duh.
this weekend.
Well,
That's a celebration itself. I'm moving.
Yeah.
Well,
Yay!
that's
Well,
a birthday
I
party
mean-
because then you can get people to move your stuff for free. You say,
Well, I should have thought.
worst
about
birthday
that one.
party ever.
Me and my friends play a little game we call Birthday Power. And so on your birthday weekend, doesn't have to be your birthday per se, but you pick one night, and that's your night, bro.
Nice.
And everyone has to do anything you say. And oh my gosh, it's out of control sometimes. Good times. Good times. I highly recommend it.
Alrighty, so diving right into it today, I want to first address crafting. I actually had the chance to sit into a meeting with our systems designer and our design director, Scott Rudy, to talk about the feedback on crafting. The overall sentiment being, A, costs are too high, and B, costs are too high, and I really can't control the outcome of my craft. So they have gone back to, they went to the drawing board this week, actually. We don't want to make this a quick fix. They're still working it out, what they want to do. They're going back and forth. There are multiple ways we can tackle this problem and turn this into something that, this is something that players want to do, make crafting a little more meaningful, make it more fun, more, just make it better. Make crafting better. That's exactly the words we said. Like, let's make crafting better.
It's going to be better.
Good.
Yeah.
So,
All kinds of better.
so unfortunately, because they're still like designing it out, there's no like one concrete answer I can give you now, except aside from that, we're working on it, and we don't want it to be a quick fix and like just put a Band-Aid on it. They're actually going to be like working it out, figuring out how exactly we want it to work, what UI time we need, and you know, what programming support we need to make the changes we need to make in order to make this better. So,
Well, our system designers are some highly, highly intelligent people. So
Yeah.
I have all
Yeah.
the faith in the world that they're going to, you know, turn it into something really good.
yeah,
Better.
And we know
That-
you guys have been waiting for crafting news, so it's exciting to hear that there was an actual meeting on
Yeah.
it. So
That is exciting.
more to come. Stay tuned.
Meatball Saucy said, please don't make it required to compete, though. No, and that's the thing is, like, we're not gonna not gonna take crafting. We're just gonna take crafting as it is now and make it better. We don't want to make it like this is the only way you get gear, because obviously there's still like the loot drops and playing the market and stuff like that.
Right.
So this is just going to be another avenue, and you know, it's just a matter of letting people control really what they get.
Yeah, I can see that because the player wants to, you know, invest that much time in crafting, and you know, that's a lot of effort, and they should absolutely feel extremely rewarded for, you know,
Yeah.
that time they sink into it.
Another thing we're talking about is you know, rewards. You know, how do we improve rewards? So I mean, like I just want to, you know, let everyone know, like, this is kind of what's being discussed right now, and we're also still talking about balance issues. There's still a huge sentiment that we moved in a good direction with the snare changes, I feel, but there's still some other things about combat that we need to address, or we should at least look into. And we have a list of stuff that we still want. So we're not done, but we are going to keep looking at that feedback.
It's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, someone tells me it's a continuous process.
Yeah.
It will
It's-
never,
Yeah, we
ever
will never be
truly-
done.
Yeah, yeah, there's always something we can find
there's
and improve
always
on.
something.
Yeah, which is the great thing about MMOs, you know.
Yeah, I got no prefix on a purple, and I myself.
Aw,
Yes, I mean that's pretty much the
messy.
sentiment that we're trying to
Whoa.
address.
Yeah, that hurts.
Is like, yeah, because it does because of the crafting cost, because of the costs are so high. It's not really like something that you want to, like if that was something like in a thumb session, I can craft like 8 things.
That'd be cool.
You know, and then like, okay, sure, I didn't get the one I wanted, but it wasn't that much of an effort to get all this stuff
Right,
together.
right.
But I digress. Anyway,
Right.
that is not the
Sidetrack.
direction we're going.
Yeah.
We do want to give
Yeah,
you more
where are we
control.
going, Frank?
We want to give the players more control over what they're getting.
Nice.
I think that was the overall takeaway from the meeting,
Good.
and we want to take our time in making a good change here. Other things we're working on, Dave.
What's that?
So we announced on the forum that we're going to talk about some new content that we haven't discussed before. That's going to hit PTS, and I think you're responsible for some of it.
Yeah, you know, I'm on a good team, you know. Yeah, we've been working really hard. So, yeah, I moved over to the open world team a little while ago, and with the idea of that we expanded our landscape. We tripled, quadrupled the size of the game, but never really created the dynamic content that we needed to, you know, to make it feel rich and fulfilling and stuff. So basically, it's, you know, we got to work, and we've been working extremely hard, the whole team. And yeah, we've come up with some encounters. We let the Crossfire encounter out and the Pinata encounter, but we got plenty more coming. So the content treadmill is going full speed, and stuff's coming out in a hurry. So
Yeah, that's right. You did work on Crossfire.
Yep.
yeah.
So what was it? What's your favorite part about Crossfire? I'd say.
The ambient sound, actually.
The
To be
ambient
honest, with the way it makes the world, you know,
Yeah.
you know, all that sound
It
going
is really,
on.
really cool.
And I just love approaching the encounter. And not only that, right now I'm playing my Tiger Claw,
Yep.
and it has made missile shot mean something. Because you got to haul some serious butt to get to that encounter before it gets consumed. And I lead with a long range missile shot. And
Nice.
yeah, and if you can land it and you see that first number, you know you're in. And it's just like, yeah. I'm in, getting my rewards. So yeah, then you just go in and tear it up. But the encounter was built originally to really make Devil's Test feel like a war zone, which it does. It's doing a really good job in there too. But I think we enjoyed the encounter so much, we decided, hey, let's throw it out in other zones too.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And actually, what's funny is I was talking to Ben just yesterday, and we were talking about like taking it out of those zones might not be the best thing to do, so I added it to the spawn tables.
Nice.
Yay.
So
Heads up.
it will be on the rotation. So you will still continue to see it, not at the level it is now, of course, because it's the Crossfire event. But yeah, it's definitely on spawn tables now in all zones.
Nice.
So we're gonna let that gunplay still go, because I would miss it, because I've been over at Tech Muse Air Base pretty much, and the Pinata encounter spawns over there too, which I liked. I love that thing.
I love those little bots.
I know.
I'm shooting them. I'm like, oh, so sorry.
I got kids. Yeah, it's that thing, because it's so random. What else I've enjoyed too is with the new density of dynamic encounters. That's a layer. And then we have our live event. So those Crossfire spawning is another layer. Ambient spawns mean something now, because you could be in a space, playing a space, and when an ambient freaking shield crab comes into your space, you're just like, oh god. You know,
gotta be
so
kidding me.
it's actually
Yeah.
creating ads. You
Yeah,
know, so
I
now
was-
and it matters now. So an ambient mob actually means something in our game, and those spawn dynamically too. So, and then another layer is the Ares jobs. And if someone goes and activates an Ares job and then the space lights up while you're doing something, now you got that to deal with. And all these layers are starting to come on top of each other out in the open world, and
Yeah.
it's working.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I
man.
was
Players are
trying to-
noticing it too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I was in the design build yesterday, trying to do a capture for an ad that we're doing. And so we have console commands where you can turn off, aggro. So you can run around and capture things and people won't shoot you.
NPC, ignore me.
Yeah.
NPC ignore me.
Superpowers.
But I forgot that your LGV or anything like that it still aggroes them. So I was trying to do a shot of a character on an LGV, and I swear to God, I could not get more than like 5 feet without something shooting me. And I was like, I need to shoot this. I'm so tired of being shot. It was kind of frustrating, but at the same time, it was really cool. There were so many things just popping up everywhere, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll teleport to a new area. Same thing. Like, they're all over the place, and I was like, this is awesome and horrible at the same time.
Very funny.
Oh my goodness. So what would you say, I think, what was the biggest challenge in creating Crossfire, whether it be like from concept to tech or implementation?
To be honest, spawning them in.
Spawning them in.
Yes, because the encounter spawns dynamically. I don't know where it's going to be. So when you design an encounter that you don't know where it's going to land, it poses very, very interesting problems that occur, because if it wants to spawn in lava, what do you do? If, or if it wants if half of it wants to spawn up here and half of it wants to spawn down here, how do you handle that? How do you make the encounter still rewarding? How do you accommodate a three-dimensional world, and when you don't know where it's going to land? So
I would imagine that's probably the biggest challenge of all of our wandering encounters / dynamic content.
Yeah, it truly is. I mean, a good chunk of your code is dealing with edge cases, and if this occurs, then here's how I'm going to make the encounter still viable. If this occurs, here's what I'm going to do, and stuff like that. So you got to, and that just comes with practice, really. It just comes with getting them into you got to see it in the real world. You got to get in the game and look at your encounters and play the game, really, and see what's happening, and that's the best way. It's weird, though, since we have a dynamic world, the only way to really test the world is to play the world, you know what I mean? Because you don't know the results until you actually get in there. So as a design team, we learn as we play, in a sense. I mean, we think we know what it's going to do, but then you see it and you're like, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, like with the ARANHA caves, like way back when, remember the ARANHA were spawning on top of the cave?
Yes.
And we were like, this is not how we wanted this to work.
Totally, exactly.
How do we do this? We're like putting them in the cave, not on top of the cave.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you're going into your code, okay, well, if it wants to go here, I'm going to do yeah. So you're really trying to handle a lot of edge cases. That becomes a big challenge, too. But we have really good AI in our game, and it's very easy to get the NPCs to behave the way they want to, so I mean, having them face off and duke it out, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And that works, and it's very easy to put that in, and because of the work that our AI team has done for us. And they're really responsive, too. So if you need a behavior, a certain thing, you just go to them, and they're like, oh, that'd be cool. Presto.
Yeah, our AI team, wow. Good morning.
Yeah.
Our AI team is actually like they're wizards. They're pretty
really
awesome.
Oh yeah. Sauron level wizards.
Sauron level wizards.
These are top leg guys.
Maybe not that. I mean, I put Anthony up there.
Oh yeah, true. That is Sauron. Good point. They're Sauron.
Which is still extremely powerful.
Yeah, very much.
So what are we working on now? What can we see on PTS upcoming? Like what are the brand new things?
Brand new things are coming. We don't want to lock any dates down because we're still doing final iterations on a lot of these encounters. So as they pass our internal testing and get the thumbs up, get the fun scores and stuff, we'll move them over. But on PTS, we have I think 5.
5 of them going out.
5 on their way.
No, we haven't seen these before at all.
No,
I don't think I've seen them yet.
These are new, and we need, more is better in this case. It's good, too, because our spawn tables, which used to just have a couple of encounters now, are actually starting to look like this.
That's good.
So, a lot of entries, so when it picks, it's got a nice list. And so it used to be where you go down the road and there's a wounded tank and a wounded tank and a wounded tank and a wounded tank. You won't be seeing that anymore after these come over.
And I do remember you saying, like, originally when we first had you on the show, when we were first talking about wandering encounters for the first time, you said that you were saying that we just want to keep adding and adding and adding and adding so that, and then we could just start rotating them out.
Yeah,
they become seasonal. Or
another thing I'd love to do eventually would be taking a pass on them too and having them have mutators, so like it doesn't always play the same every time. That's something that's always been a big dream of ours.
Question answered.
There's
no question answered right there. Tick.
All right.
We'll ask it again anyway. Just to reinforce it. But
I'll try not to babble and answer questions.
So let's we have, I think, some B-roll of some of the stuff, the 5 new encounters that are coming on.
Yay.
So let's run down the list. What are they?
Okay, so let me start out before we unveil them. What we did before we even got started is we really took a look at the encounters and then wanted to categorize them and really get a firm understanding of what the scope of each encounter was, what size they would be, how long they're meant to play, how many players are meant for each one. So we came up with 4 categories. So we have micro, and micro is something as simple as a resource deposit, which is dynamically spawned in our world. It is actually, you know, it's a 1-second encounter, you get your stuff and move on. But with that in mind, now that we categorized it and what we can expect out of it, we actually had some ideas, and we have something I'm not gonna talk about on the show, but we are looking at that category and have some really cool stuff we want to do with that particular category. The next category is small. Small encounters right now do not produce any type of map marker, so we basically hide them. But when you get close, you get some type of initiator. Those are meant to last like a minute and a half on average. They're meant for like 1 player, maybe 2 or 3. And those are pretty much like a crossfire is a good example of that encounter. Just a real straightforward, clean them up, get rewarded, move on. And they're not intended to be, it's like if you're going to an Ares mission, it's just something you're looking at, ooh, shinies, you know, and you run over there and get your stuff. So that's the intention of those. Then we have our magnet encounters, which are our medium-sized encounters. That would be a Crash LGV, because they produce a map marker. Another good example of that one is Bandit Cache. Which is personally my personal favorite, because a lot of people don't know, or a lot of players don't realize how much that encounter responds to the number of players in the space. So if you're playing it alone, you're shooting bandits, shoot a bandit, then the big guy shows up, you shoot it, you get your stuff, and it feels great. Well, if 2 players are going, you don't realize that other guy is doing the exact same thing as you because the encounter responded.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
No, yes, so that's what we want to do with all our medium encounters. So one thing we've done is we've added a map marker to Bandit Cache. So players don't have to enter LOC anymore and call them out. We're going to give it to you. Yeah, so we're going to call that out. And then we also had a chance to do a design pass on Crashed LGV. So now Crash LGV will start responding to the number of players as well.
Nice.
And we cut the timer down. So it's now going to be just a 90-second encounter, and it's going to be a lot more.
Nice.
A lot more. Yeah, a lot more pew pew. Exactly. So that's exciting. So that's our medium-sized encounters. Then we have our large. Large are melding tornadoes.
Okay.
Designed for 10 to 15 players. They take up to 10 minutes to do, and it's really a huge encounter. They don't spawn regularly, so when it's up, everyone's like, it's up, let's do it, and everyone will flock to it and go ahead, and the rewards, of course, are bigger. So with those 4 categories, on the 5 encounters we're moving over to PTS eventually, is 4 of them are small, and we have 1 large.
1 large.
1 large. So we have a
Supersize it.
Supersize, yes. So we have a large encounter. Yeah, and you got some roll. You said what, B-roll?
B-roll.
Before we roll it, though, we need to do a giveaway.
Okay.
Giveaway.
Yeah, because we got 5 digital deluxe editions to give away today. 5 of them.
Totally ruining my mojo here.
Sorry about that.
Freaking giveaways.
Giveaways are good.
They don't need any giveaways. Go buy the thing.
Get out, Frank. Keyword, Dave, you pick the first keyword.
Pew pew.
Pew
Pew pew.
How many were giving
All
away?
together,
Just one?
P-E-W, P-E-W. Let's do 2. Let's start it out with a bang.
Dose.
Let's pick
Those digital
2
deluxes.
people to win a giveaway.
That is, wow, a lot of red beans.
Yeah.
90 days VIP, all the battle frames unlocked, the MGV, the Cobalt Phoenix War Paint, and I believe you still get the little claw.
Yes, you get the little claw.
So you get the little claw pet.
Yep. Pew
Little
pew,
rage
all
claw.
together.
There's some
Only
pew
once,
pews.
no need to spam. You get picked up the first time you do it. Even if there's capitals, you have to spell it right, though.
See, as a content designer, just seeing all that pew pew, that's glorious.
That's pretty much.
I'm in heaven.
That's pretty much the. They just wrote the patch notes for Crash LGV. We're just gonna like go to chat history and copy all that.
Perfect.
Nice.
Shit,
Actually,
man.
that was in your patch when you sent the
Yes.
notes over.
Yeah.
I asked you to define it.
Yeah, I
Define
threw
it,
the pew
and I
pews in
sent you an
there.
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, well done. You know pew pew. More shooty.
Funny.
Yeah,
Yes.
Less
Well-
standing, more trigger, more left click.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you put in more pew pew, people might be like,
Yeah,
well,
no.
does the LGV shoot at you now? I don't understand.
Backfires and just like hits you.
Alrighty. Are you ready?
Drum roll,
Let's pick our
please.
2 winners.
We're rolling.
Here we go.
Burp.
Gonna win.
Number 1 winner, Digital Deluxe Edition. Dill 12.
MR deal.
MR Dill.
Yay.
MR Dill 12.
Woo!
More DACA.
Congrats.
Mobile 12 wins the first one. The second one is.
Second one.
And.
Lineman.
Lineman!
Lineman. Oh, master. Anybody?
Oh, yeah.
No?
Oh, dude. You're going Flash Gordon. I love it.
No, it's.
That's Flash Gordon. Flash.
Oh, it was.
Savior of the universe.
Does anybody watch It's Always
Wow.
Sunny in Philadelphia? Anybody?
No.
Nightman? Master of Karate? Dayman. Thanks, Amen.
Great.
Yeah, someone's like...
Alrighty, let's get into... Heads up.
Heads up. Uh-oh.
Oh.
It gets better.
Oh, no. The dong sound. I was watching last show. Is that thing you guys kept playing that? I was actually out loud.
So heads up, here comes here comes the bomb drops. You want to start with the small one, the medium ones, or
No.
Let's see what's up first. Brontodon carcass. So poacher activity in New Eden and Coral Forest, Sertau, all those areas is up, and they're pretty much pissing off all the Brontodons, which woke this guy up. This is our large encounter here, Brontodon King.
He's the big
Whoa,
mamma
look
jamma.
at
He's the big mamma jamma. Bring friends, guys. John Breitner built this encounter, and if any of you know John Breitner, he's awesome, and he loves to make things tough. This is another encounter called Big Game Hunt. It's got 4 different special creatures. This reminds me of in WoW when you used to see the random creatures that look different. They'd have that silver dragon on the outside.
Yeah.
And if you killed them, you knew you were getting something good. Well, same thing here. This is if you find these guys, they're not common. Hunt them down. You get an achievement, and you also are going to get some tasty loot.
nice.
Yeah, so you got to find them. This encounter also is going to be expanding into Sertau. It's going to be expanding into Devil's Tusk and into Broken Peninsula.
Nice.
Nice.
ARANHA infestation is that one there. If you get near those ARANHA pods, basically, they're going to pop and you're going to have more ARANHA than you could probably deal with. But the beauty of that encounter is it's a chance just to flex your AoE. Yeah. So, I mean, I love to pop those things up in the air, come down with the crater, and all the numbers. You just are basking numbers. You're just like, thank you. Thank you.
Make it rain.
But those are small encounters. They're meant to be quick. You know, it's on the way to something. Finish them, shoot them up, get them done, get your rewards, and move on. And then there's another one that's not on there called Bandit Campfire. That one is just basically bandits murdered some Accord soldiers, and they're pretty much sitting around a campfire eating beans, celebrating.
Oh, I thought you were going to say eating people.
No, they're cannibalizing. Yeah, so you go in there and avenge those Accord soldiers, and they all the loot they got too is in a crate right there too. So
Oh, nice.
you're welcome to that as well. The Accord's like, yeah, just take it. It's yours.
This is all coming to PTS soon.
Soon. Yes,
Awesome.
very soon. Very soon.
And more on the way above this, I heard, as
Yeah,
well.
of course.
So,
Yeah.
Yes, that
Well-
has a certain theme, but we can't talk about that.
yeah. Now, the Brontodon King is pretty intense.
Yeah.
Like, he's not your typical Brontodon. Like, you thought the normal ones. You thought Jeffrey was bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't let him trample
This is
you.
Jeffrey's dad.
This is Jeffrey's dad. He's mad that we made Mika kill 3 Brontodons on
Oh,
the live stream
yeah.
while blindfolded.
The Brontodon King started the poaching, so he's out there and he doesn't care. He just looks at you and he thinks you're a poacher and he's wrecking you. So stand aside.
So when you see those go to PTS, we'd love if you jumped on to get your feedback, your
Yes.
thoughts.
Yes.
That's going to be important for us to be able to put it out to live, is getting your guys' hands on it.
And I'd like to give a big thanks to our PTS testers.
Yes.
Super helpful for the Crossfire event. I took a lot of feedback from that testing, made changes on PTS, and moved the encounter over, and I believe those changes were for the better.
Nice.
And it's so important to get that player feedback, and I comb those forums and look for that. So thank you so much, guys. Appreciate that.
Noxian, in regards to Brontodon King, said he'd solo him.
Oh, please.
I can picture it.
I'm
just
telling
like,
John Breitner that. He's going to laugh.
he'll just whip out his combat shotgun, get on its back, and just take it down. Like one shot, boom, dead.
Yeah, the thing is, he has a herd of Brontodons with him. So
Noxian
yeah.
is the Brontodon killer, so
Oh.
I think he's going to take that as challenge accepted. I am excited to see this showdown.
This will be
And he
good.
makes videos, so I want to see
All
a
right,
video
make
of
a
it.
video of that. I'd love
He
to
makes
see that.
Yes, he makes some great fan videos.
Yeah, I will say that Brontodon King is no joke. No joke. That's a large. So that's a melding tornado size and scope. So.
Would you say the Brontodon King's probably your favorite of the group going out?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
It's definitely the front runner by far. By far.
Well, it's the large one, so it's like
Yeah.
on the order of a tornado, right?
That's right. That's right. So it's going to show up and everyone's going to call it out. The King's up.
The King.
Yeah, I always say New Eden's got
Return
a
of
new
the
alpha
King.
male. Yeah. The alpha male is in New Eden. Get him. He'll spawn in Sertau and Coral Forest. So,
Awesome.
yep.
Awesome.
We're excited about him.
Which one did you work on out of those?
I did the ARANHA infestation, Big Game Hunt.
Big Game Hunt?
Big Game Hunt. Stephanie did the
Those creatures look pretty cool.
Brontodon carcass.
Okay.
And then Sarah Sarah Will, not
Sarah
Will.
Sarah Roberts.
Sarah Will is one of our QA testers who's, like what you guys were talking about on the last show, about that passion and that drive to get into the industry and what it takes. Yeah. And she's showing us a lot of that. So,
yay, Sarah.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
she's cool.
Other Sarah.
Yeah, other Sarah.
I would never say yay to myself.
Dude, try being named Dave in Red 5. Oh my God, there's like a million.
Oh my God. We just hire people named David.
Yeah, it's like it's a million of us.
Like we just hired 2 more people in there first. Both of them are Dave. to start soon, but wow.
Yeah, so it's a good team. It's a good team.
It is.
We're working hard.
Speaking of like getting into the industry and that passion, because we were talking about like what kind of experience people usually have when going into the industry. How much game industry experience did you have before Red 5 Studios? Oh, 0. He was dungeon master for how long?
Forever.
You did.
Since 7th grade. I've always had players. And, I was watching, this will get a little long-winded. Yeah, whatever. I was watching a TED TV. And it made me think of what you said on Firefall Live last time, is that he just described why Apple's so successful versus other companies. And he just broke it down to the what, the how, and the why. And that Apple knows why they're doing it. You know what I mean? And if you're really in touch with why you like gaming and why you do this stuff, I don't know how to explain it. You're passionate about it, and you just make it happen. And that's basically my story too. It's like I've always had players, and I've always loved making gaming and making dungeon, and I think about it a lot, make something cool, play it out, So now I have a lot of players.
Well, I said it last time you were on here, and I think it's worth saying again, is I really think that like your DMing experience, like learning how to mess with your group and stuff like that, and learning how to build a fun encounter for them really helps in like being a content designer, really, because you're just like sitting there like, what am I gonna do to mess with players today?
Yeah, exactly. That is true. Yeah, and you, as a DM, you learn also that the game's not about you; it's about the players. Yeah. And the more you can showcase your players, the more fun they have, and any good DM will tell you that. Yeah. And same thing goes for MMOs. It's like the more you can showcase, like I specifically Crossfire, I enjoyed the fact that recons can enjoy that encounter. Because you can snipe that thing, and it's just, and that's fun. So hey, it's good. So yeah.
All righty. Do you want to give a code away before we hop into questions? I want to.
Yes.
All righty. One.
Yeah, let's give out 1 code, and then we'll save the last 2 codes for the end. King. 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 One time, please.
King.
Chat. King. And we'll pick the winner in just a bit.
Start spamming King, and then I'll ask the first question.
Don't spam
No,
King.
don't spam it.
Just once.
Whatever.
What have you done?
King.
It hasn't really mattered that much.
I can't wait to see that in Zone Chat. That's going to be awesome. King, location. Get it!
So we posted questions on Twitter, Reddit, and the forums. So,
oh my gosh.
And then we're also going to get TeamSpeak going.
Woo!
So
all over.
We have questions from all over different areas. On Reddit, Surfer for Life had asked, I heard there were problems getting the Titan to work properly in open world. Is that something we could see sometime in the future, or is the tech not doable?
Oh, that's a really good call. World boss out in the open world.
Yeah.
That is not impossible.
It's not.
That is not impossible. Are we working on it at this moment? Not that I'm aware of.
So, I mean, the Titan in the open world, especially the tripod, like they're talking about Necronus specifically, I think. That's something where it's still not really 100% complete. It is in Necronus, and many people have pointed out it only walks forward and backward, and it doesn't turn.
Yeah. To get it to walk forward and backwards and do what it does is a humongous accomplishment. And
that was a lot of work by Liz and Edward.
Her skill set is so. Her and John Silva are like, I call them artists. Give them a canvas, let them go into their studio, and let them come out with something. You're gonna be like, what is that? I mean, yeah. So could she do it? Probably, but I'm not gonna talk for her. Or John, they can make stuff like that, and they're really good at that. Those humongous OCT style events that happen in the open world. And so I don't know. Who knows what the future holds?
Extra large encounter.
Extra large, a new category.
I think. What was I going to say?
Supersize.
Oh, I think we also learned from Baneclaw. For those of you that may not be familiar, Baneclaw used to be an open world boss.
There you go. Yeah.
I think we also learned that open world bosses are difficult to tune, especially when it's like, okay, we expect 20 people to come here for this.
Right.
We figure maybe 10 can kill it if they're really good, and 20 should be able to kill it, and then 80 show up.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the opposite. Yeah. Or the opposite.
Yeah,
I'll show up.
But if you then tune it for 80 and 3 people show up, that's not a fun.
That's not a fun experience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
yeah, there's a lot to consider in doing something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
But a great question, though.
it is a great question. Winner.
Winner, winner.
Winner.
Give us a winner.
Mad
Spanish.
Spanish. Wait.
Wait,
I was going to say gracias,
I'm
but
not
that's
even
thank
gonna-
you. I forget what the congratulations is. Dang it.
I have no idea what it is.
Felicit.
Well, yeah, let's see. Type it, someone.
Zombie Skittles on Reddit asked.
Great name.
Yes, it is. Will there be future additions to job boards across the entire game? Now I know you're not Stephanie. Stephanie's like the master of the job boards, but
She really is.
you sit right across from her, so you already know
Yeah,
that.
I am, man. That is all part of the same team. And we just introduced 14 new ones to Devil's Tusk.
Oh,
And
interesting.
those are on the live server. So that's in production already. And there's-
Stealth buffs.
Yeah, yeah.
We
We're
didn't know
always
those.
looking to add new jobs as well. And I
Nice.
just found out yesterday some new stuff too, but it's
Keep poking him until
Yeah.
he talks, Sarah.
Huh?
Keep poking him until he talks.
yeah.
Okay,
there
I
you
will.
go. It's like,
Gildarian on Reddit asked, what steps are you taking next to continue to improve dynamic events? I think we touched on this a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, we definitely like take a pass to get them to play differently. Like, to be honest, Wounded Bandit has already built into its code the ability to spawn a platoon of taken on you. You know what I mean? So that way you just have another mutator. Like, is he gonna just say, "Hey, thanks a lot," drop Big Brother on you? I saw in the forum someone said Big Sister. I'm like, oh, that's clever. Big Sister. I'll bring them both in, or a platoon. Just have it so you just absolutely don't know what's gonna happen anytime you come across these things, and that is absolutely the potential of these encounters. And we'd love to do that. But right now, though, currently, if we had to prioritize that, I would prioritize getting more in the game first. So let's get these spawn tables full to the brim with a lot of different fun encounters, so that doesn't, and then we could make a pass like that.
Cool. Also on Reddit, JVVSE asked, in regards to Crossfire, can we expect larger scale invasions of this sort in the future? Maybe instead, or stuff like instead of a death squad, maybe a death army comes after you, or a death platoon.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Logged it in.
We're kind of gonna be that this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. I got some serious payback coming.
Bishop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dead.
Got me twice.
And Zizix
I was screaming, Bishop!
I'm coming for you.
Oh, man.
Zizix.
Yeah.
The Chosen Life Siphon, that thing is amazing. I don't know if you've seen it yet. So that's one of our new abilities for this weekend. It's like the health generator.
Okay.
But there's these like melding tentacles that are coming up and like suck your life from you, and it's crazy.
I love more toys. I love more toys.
We have tons of more toys. Secondary weapon with AOE.
Yeah, oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm really, it's so funny because the players have a good time, but God, man, it's fun for us too.
Yeah, it is. On Twitter, Funi had asked,
Booty!
Are there going to be dynamic events that requires a squad or more people? For example, Wounded Bandit, and he put in quotes, but better, but I translated that into like a hardcore style Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be BRONTODON King needs at least a squad for sure. And the medium-sized encounters, we want to be able to scale up to 5 players. So if you have a squad and you're running by it, those produce the big map marker too, so go to this one. So we're definitely looking to scale it. So I think that's why, like, when you're out in the dunes and you're bandit hopping, it's really rewarding. Even though there's a lot of players, notice that everyone has something to shoot. There's no lack of things, and that's because the encounter knows how many players are in its area and it responds, and that's what we like to do. So can we kick it up a notch? Maybe. Let's see. But we don't want to, we want to make it feel right.
Sweet. This was the tick mark earlier on the forums. Noxin had asked, go away, notice. Can we have several versions of the same event? Something like mutators to change the encounter, which
Yeah.
Dave already confirmed multiple times today. So yes.
Yes.
That sounds like that's what we want to do.
Yes. So I have another thing I forgot to go tell you guys too.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Wait, can we do heads up
Heads
first?
up.
Sure, heads up.
Heads up.
Heads up. Marjorie's like, oh no.
She just threw a knife.
Yeah. Knife ladies on us.
Heads up for the heads up.
We need a heads up for the heads up.
Oh.
There we go. Thank you.
There we go. What were you going to tell us, Dave? You forgot.
One of the things we've been talking about in the open world team is the fact that we hide our content. And so all the small encounters don't show you on the map where they are. And when we noticed that everyone was just calling their locations out, might not be the best approach. So what we did is we went over to UI and asked them for a favor, and we got us a little itty bitty map marker, just a generic one. But it's going to go now. We're going to put it on all of the small scale encounters. It's the same map marker, so you won't know what it is. You'll just know something's there. So when you go to your map, you're going to be like, there's stuff over here. You can now, so this will direct players. And also another thing I noticed from being in the game, playing with players, is that with the Crossfire event, even though it's fast, it brings players together.
Yes.
Because of the map marker. So the idea now is if we display our content, not hide it from the player, they're going to come together and play together more, which is truly, in my mind, the fun part. You know, when I share space with a player, it's the best. You know, plus especially when I go down and they help me. So I'm thrilled about that too. That's gonna be a huge improvement. So we're gonna try to get that moved over to PTS post haste.
Post haste.
Post haste.
I'm actually going to switch this up and move to TeamSpeak so that we can finish relatively on time.
Collar.
Sorry.
Just a moment.
My director's mad at me.
And she wields
She
knives,
sounds mad.
So.
Wow, we got a lot of people in the queue. Holy crap.
Oh.
So many questions. I hope it has to do with content. If it has to do with
User was moved to your channel.
We get that still. No, we didn't fix that. What's up, High Sight?
Hey, guest
what's
blogger.
up?
Hi.
How you doing, man?
Good. I feel special because I'm a guest blogger, apparently.
Yay! That was
High
awesome.
Sight wrote a guest blog.
Yeah, I read it.
Oh, you read it? Awesome.
Oh, of course I did.
I'm glad you guys liked it.
It was great.
So, my first and most important question is directed at Frank. So, Frank, on Sunday, would you rather I kill you with my Electron or the Arsenal?
Someone's talking poo.
You're going to want to bring your heaviest frame there, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we've got some new toys. Like, not only we can call like barricades down, whole incursions down, and then we updated our health generators. We've got secondary weapons.
Now, I'm not just going to call you out on this one, High Sight, but I remember the last time I actually did this, I was destroying all of AOD in droves.
Oh.
That's how I remember that going down.
Well done, Frank.
All right. So, my second question I got for you, can I ride King BRONTODON?
All right, we did a play test yesterday, and one of the testers got on his back and started shouting at him.
Yes.
Affirmative. You made you ride him.
Congratulations. That's officially the best event. If you can make that a heavy ground vehicle, like just, King BRONTODON.
Oh, you want a
That'd be
vehicle?
awesome.
That would be.
You
I'm
can
thinking
tame
like
him
300.
instead of
Thinking like 300. You're like on him. He's probably gonna buck you off though.
What?
No, he doesn't.
I thought I heard something
He does
else.
have a trample though, but he'll take off.
It was a bee.
Let's just having fun with them. Damn. I don't know if you. We used to do this this fun little thing on our live streams where just like silly thing where we would you would shoot a BRONTODON and then basically try and ride the BRONTODON. It's like it's BRONTODON rodeo, so you just like stand on the BRONTODON and he keeps on like hitting you and knocking you into the air.
so
You have to
good.
like land back on him and like see how long he can stay on top of the BRONTODON while he's like trying to punch you off of him.
Yeah, I remember that video where everyone came and scan hammered them all.
Yeah.
Oh, the Scanhammer Express.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was good. That's good.
Oh my goodness. Alrighty.
And I got one more question for you. Can we expect to see the return of those toxic events in the normal game soon, particularly the Crystal event? That was my favorite event. It was like Thumpers on crack.
Brandon?
Heads up. No, I'm just kidding, Marjorie. Yes, we're working on returning that as a daily event. So we're also working on getting the home game challenge back. So kind of how that was every Wednesday GMT, so it started like Tuesday 5 p.m. and ended Wednesday 5 p.m. We're working on hazardous research to come back as well as a weekly event. So you'll see it pop up once a week for a whole day.
Speaking of a team that's working hard, the live team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. And that, it's paying off.
Ghost Jaguar,
Man,
Stephen Chin has been...
there. Those events
And also
are so much fun.
Fitzwiggums, I forget Jake's form name, but he's working on some really cool.
Yeah, he's finally, like,
encounters.
we're finally getting him to the point where he's caught up to speed, and now he can start launching forward with his
That's
stuff.
awesome.
So confirmed on hazardous research returning for one of those one-day events. Not sure when though, but I even read an email about it yesterday. So.
And does that include the crystal one?
Yeah, I think it includes both.
Yes.
Both ones. I think.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. And I just want to give a quick shout out to the community of chaos. Go check us out.
All right. Community of Chaos. COCGN.com.
All right.
User was moved out of your channel.
Nope, kick them out. You don't get to say goodbye a second time.
You
Goodness.
guys, I'm not trying to cuddle with Dave. I know you want to.
User was moved
But
to
I
your
was
channel.
specifically asked to move in this section because the camera needs to be on both of us during the split screen. So
You
shove
can't
it.
blame her.
Knife
you know.
Lady's holding us hostage. Is basically what's... Not today.
Oh, fine. Well, I don't want to be next to you.
Whatever. I'm hurt. Hurt.
We got Earthmonger with us right now.
Hey.
Hey, good evening, guys.
Good evening. What can we do for you today?
Give me just a second. It's whining. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
My question involves crafting and resources.
Yep.
I want to know whether or not we'll be able to, in the future, harvest plants across the wilderness. Because we've already got surface deposits, and we've got hisser nests, you know, we can raid. But I want plants that we can harvest.
What would you get out of plants? The biomaterials?
Yes, bio.
Okay.
Don't look at me.
No, I do know the answer to this.
Oh.
Maybe. Wink. It's stuff we're looking into.
All right.
Yeah. It is certainly being looked into. They're asking for another key. Does that answer your question? Show some plants.
I was hoping for more detail, but I guess I'll have to
I
do it.
can't. Yeah. I mean, it's
Not just
that's
yet.
pretty much a yes or no, more either way. But wink. I think.
All right, one other question that's just off the top of my head. Are we going to have a return of the content, the dynamic thingy that was the cord beacon? You used to go ding, ding, ding. You'd run up to it, set it off, and explode.
Distress call.
Distress call.
Yes, that's Stephen Chin's encounter.
Yes.
Actually.
Is
Yeah,
it?
he's spending time looking at it right now and doing some revisions on it. So I believe he intends on returning that to the fold. And I love that one because of the camera shot when you get blown up. It's worth everything.
Yeah, it's great.
You can't not interact with the thing. You know what's coming, but you can't help it. You're doing it anyway. So yes, I believe, I can't speak for Stephen, but I believe he is intending on wrenching on that. But Stephen is a very, very busy designer.
Ghost Jaguar. right?
Ghost Jaguar, yes, sorry.
So you can spam him on the forums.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but he's extremely busy too, so he's got to, work it into his priorities.
Things confirmed.
Hashtag.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This thing is not agreeing with my ear today.
User was moved
At
out of your
all.
channel.
It's not.
The glasses are helping mine stay on.
User
I
was
figured.
moved to your channel.
My ears
Braddock.
deformed.
We got
Hello.
Braddock. What's going
Hello.
on, man? What can we do for you today?
I had a couple questions.
Already?
One second.
Sure.
I was wondering. Hold on, I have to find my notepad that I wrote them down on.
Sure.
Oh, hey. One thing. Do you think you guys can switch up the times when you do chosen events back to back for those of us that work on Sundays? Can actually participate in them?
We're trying to do it when, yeah, I mean, that's something we can definitely investigate. We're looking at beyond this Sunday event, like how could we bring it back more often? Not to say that it would be like a weekly one or whatnot, but we definitely do want to switch around the times. Right now, we're running this at this time because we're finding that we're seeing a lot of people on at this time. probably the busiest time and day for the whole weekend. So we're catching the most players. So that's kind of why this time slot was chosen. But yes, it's definitely valid feedback, and it's not something we're ignoring. It's just, you know, there is extra preparation that goes into it, a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and also they're controlled by us. So we definitely acknowledge that, and we're kind of looking into ways on how we can have it happen more often after this run of events. And yeah, so it's being considered.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, for the rewards partly, but mainly I just want to kill you guys, and I can't because I'm not at home.
Totally. Cool. Yeah, it's definitely something that's up for consideration.
Cool. And then I just had one more quick one. Should we kind of hold off on crafting some pretty big level 40 epic items until you guys redo the system, just so we don't have a whole bunch of resources disappear when it gets redone?
Not necessarily. I mean, that's hard to give someone advice on one way or the other. Really, especially at this point when we don't know what's going to happen, because we also still look at the data, and if we notice people are like hoarding all of the materials, we see a lot of materials on players' inventories, and judgment calls based on, like, for crafting recipe materials are made based on that kind of data. So it's hard to tell you one way or the other. I would do it if you want to do it. If it's still something, you know, if crafting's not, you know, where you're happy with and you're not doing it anyway, just hold off. It's really hard to say one way or the other. I don't want to lead you down a path and be like, well, Pez told us to do this, but then this happened, and now, yeah. I'm not taking ownership of that. You know, put myself under the bus there.
Yeah, seriously.
I totally get that. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm one of those guys who just barely scrapes by enough resources to craft something, because I don't play this a lot, and so I put a lot of time, like the time I do have, I put big percentage of it into gathering the measly amount of uranium and drops that I can get. And so just
yeah, I got you.
So that's where the question's coming from. Not like, I have this huge stockpile, I don't want to waste a lot of it. It's like, I have this tiny stockpile.
I totally get you, and I don't want to like tell you to be like, oh yeah, just start crafting now, or, you know, or hold on to it, just because I know it's really not my call to tell people how to play, honestly.
You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't.
Yeah. You could take the information that we've given, and you could just do what you want with that information.
Okay.
It's really hard for me to give a recommendation one way or the other.
All right, that's fine. Cool, thanks. Yeah, and it was cool seeing you guys at PAX. I don't know.
I saw some.
I talked to I talked to JB Will.
Okay.
And some other guy that was there for a little while, and then I saw you briefly.
Some other random.
Paul.
What?
Was it Paul? Probably.
I don't know.
It was an Asian guy.
Yeah, that was Paul.
Okay, cool.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for dropping by and asking a question.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
All right, later.
Bye.
Oh, TFC quit.
No.
User was
All
moved
right,
out of
it
your
is
channel.
getting pretty late. Let's see if we can. You know what? We should probably just go right into Dave Lee's favorite segment of all time, which is.
Do you even?
Which is. I can keep going, Marjorie. Yeah, I could keep leading this in. Like, this is Marjorie's favorite segment and Dave Lee's favorite segment, and it's just a button.
Do you even art, bro?
Every week, we come on here and we show off awesome fan art, and this week is no different. What do we have this week? We have, first up, we have a piece from, I believe, Funi. Last week, I took Funi's I made this a wallpaper. Well, not this one specifically, but his last entry made a wallpaper. It's on my desktop.
That's cool.
But yes, this is Funi's latest Firefall wallpaper.
That hair reminds me of Pikachu.
Yeah.
Just blue.
Next up, we have. Oh yeah, that's from Night Stroke. I remember it was supposed to, and this is Night Stroke's petition to bring back arena PvP.
Oh.
It will come back one day.
It will one day. But yeah, it was funny because I was sitting there like I got to remember I got to see the file names, and I didn't see the file names, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's Night Stroke. Last but not least, we have one from BTBAC, and that's his whale. Like Firefall style Coral Forest whale.
No, that'd be pretty cool to. Is it? Well, maybe you don't fight against it. Maybe you just like write it.
You would protect it.
Protect it.
Or maybe it's
I like that.
maybe it's the outside of a zone and you play inside of the whale.
He would float.
geez.
He would float. He would float, and bad guys would be trying to take it out.
I'm sorry,
You got to keep him alive.
BTABC.
That
I'm
was
very
You know what he would have to
sorry.
get from one place to another, like he's doing a.
There's too many
what do they do
letters.
when they go across the ocean. Oh my god.
Migration?
Yeah, that's the word. He's like he's doing his migration, and he comes out, and he's vulnerable during that time, and everyone tries to harvest him, and you got to protect him. That's the encounter.
Or you could play in his belly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Banjo
You go
Kazooie or
inside
Banjo
of him.
Tooie. One of, I can't remember which one, but you played inside a whale.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Right. Oh man. So much.
That's where you can go for your crafting materials.
Boom.
In the water.
Yeah.
Have fun, pilots.
Because the battle frames are great in the water.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
We put all the uranium on that whale, and it's at the bottom. It's underneath the arc light.
That's cool. And I guess the accord plating on him too.
Shave the whales. What?
Shave those hairy whales.
Sarah, please.
Want to vote for everybody?
You did remember this time.
I did remember.
You're voting for everybody?
She votes
Always.
one for everybody. So.
Thanks for watching the show, Dave.
I must have tuned out.
Snap.
Oh, no. One for everybody, and then I love the imagination in our little whale friend. So I'm
Whale
gonna
friend.
Have to go with whale friend.
I'm gonna plus one the whale.
Plus on the whale.
Plus in the whale.
Wow. I thought Funi was going to take it this time.
They're all
awesome,
good.
too.
They're all good. But yeah, he's cool. She, it.
The whale?
Yeah, I like the whale.
Wow.
The manatee
Who are you
whale
voting?
tadpole.
I'm voting for Funi
All right.
and Arena PvP to come back sometime.
Congrats.
Yay.
BTABC. I go dyslexic and mix two words on there. BTABC. Also, one of our newest mentors has won it this week and is moving on to, I think actually, this might be the last week for September, so I think we actually have to
Yes.
put a poll up today. And it'll be record time if I actually get it done today, which I should. So
I'm holding you to it.
all right,
Just
fine.
kidding. Next week's fine.
So we'll get a poll up, and then we're gonna kick off a whole new monthly series of Duty and Art Bro. We need art. We need your fan art.
Send
Yes.
it.
We're running low.
Make it.
You can send it to community@red5studios.com with the make your title fan art submission. As long as your title's fan art submission, I will find it, and we will at the very least showcase your art. We take arts of any form. We've had dance, we've had song, we've had music videos, we've had videos of the game, we've had
Cosplay.
cosplay, we've had in-game synchronized swimming.
Whoa,
that was
that's
pretty funny.
straight
Missed
art.
that one.
So we'll take any kind of art. It's fan art. We will at least showcase your stuff, so you get a little spotlight on the show, and it'll be a lot of fun. How many codes do we have left?
We have 2 codes left, so we're gonna do them all in one fell swoop. But we need another code.
I mean, word.
We
Whale.
need another keyword, and it's gonna be whale. Go
Whale.
ahead, drop your whales.
Manatee, whale, tadpole.
Drop your
coral.
whales, and then after caption this, we'll pick 2 winners.
The giveaway keyword is whale.
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 And what we'll do is we'll rifle through caption this real quick.
Yeah,
And then we'll announce the last 2 winners and wrap up the show. So every week on Facebook, if you like us on Facebook, you'll get to see our caption this. We try to take a candid photo of someone at the office at work. This week, we have another shot of Dale, one of our QA guys.
Dale.
And I like this one. It's gonna run just like this in live. I figured you could appreciate that one, Dave.
Dale Drum.
Nope. I like the little Vader head he's got on his desk.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
There's a lack of puppies on his desk. And that's
See those
upsetting.
glasses, those gunners?
Yeah, he's got the gunners.
He wears them when he goes shooting, and it doesn't help. Oh, Dale!
Oh, Dale called out. Next up, we have working as intended.
Nice.
Another one.
That's good.
Everyone's favorite line.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I do that,
That
on
is
bug
Brandon's
reports,
favorite line.
as intended.
Next up, we have. That screen's a bit blurry looking. Someone took a few too many experimental stimulants.
Put those glasses on.
One of the credits were working.
Next up, we got going on with the blurry stuff. I think I've had one too many wiki whackers.
Nice.
That's what
I believe that was Lore Nikon that put that one in. Next up, we have Cubicle meets the required 9 items of product placement flair. Always a great reference. And next up, I can't believe I bought that damn iPhone. Good.
Brand flakes.
I love my new iPhone.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
It hasn't bent yet.
I know, I saw that last night.
No bending on this
Yeah.
one.
That's good.
That's some of my favorite captions, by the way, if you're going to enter these, are the ones that comment more about the environment. And then you just, like, if you pick something out on there, like Dave picked out the gunners and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, commenting about that, I was like, oh, that makes it even more fun just because, like, it makes you notice something else. And then is there one more, I think? Yeah, I keep the Nerf gun handy in case someone tries to take a picture of me.
That's good.
It's pretty much true. He still can't hit you with it.
It's that first floor war zone down there. Oh, my God.
We haven't had any shots fired
In a while.
since...
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Knife Lady is turning into Nerf
I think
gun.
Yes.
the Chosen Weekend is really inspiring everyone to be really aggressive.
It's
I've
true.
noticed everyone's like, "Ugh."
Well, I'm gonna have to bust. It sounds like I'm gonna have to bust open the new Whistlers.
Uh-oh.
Get the shotgun ready.
Oh,
Get
You
the
hear that
handgun
sound
ready.
coming, too.
Uh-oh.
It's like good old, it's like a World War II bomb.
It's
Have you
terrifying.
heard it come out of the blowgun?
Oh, no.
It sounds like a screamer. It's awesome.
It's going to hurt.
So be ready. Is there one more, or was that the last one? That's the last
Last
one,
one.
which
All right.
means thank you very much, everyone, for
Yay.
participating and caption this. We
Very funny.
typically only show 7 of our favorites.
But Dale's so easy to make fun of. We had more. No.
Oh,
Let's go around again. No, I'm just kidding. Dale getting picked on and called out.
I have to. He's going to kill me, by the way.
2 more. Let's pick our last 2 winners of the Digital Deluxe,
Winners!
which comes with a slew of red beans, all of the battle frames unlocked for you. The MGV, which you can have a friend ride, and they can shotgun while you shotgun.
Terrini.
What?
Terrini one.
Twilight Sparkle.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Twilight Sparkle. And our last one,
And
how about
Ancient
Ancient
Land.
Land? I was hoping Landslide would win. Rainy and
Congrats,
Ancient Land,
everyone.
congratulations, the last winners of this week's Digital Deluxes. I'm sure we'll have more.
Yep. Codes will be sent by Twitch inbox, so watch for that. They'll be out.
Do we have giveaways during Mika's streams? So
Sometimes we have giveaways during Mika streams.
you're gonna watch those anyway because they're pretty fun.
Pow Pow and Fow Fow.
Whoa.
Giveaway chance for Digital Deluxe Edition and amazing gear from Rocket this Sunday for just sharing a screenshot. And on Twitter, I think last weekend we maybe only had 20 or so entries, so the chances are really good, and there's like hundreds of dollars worth of hardware plus the Digital Deluxe Edition. So check that out, blogs on the front page, firefall.com. Scroll down, social media screenshot sharing contest for September 28th.
Yeah, there was one last week of me that Zizix posted, and it was my supreme driving abilities in the MGB, and was flipped over in a river.
That's pretty much what happened to her last car.
Whoa. Yeah, you can straight up womp those MVPs.
They're pretty bad.
I get frustrated. I won't step off the freaking gas pedal either. I'm like, I can climb this.
That's awesome. And also, you can also sometimes win sticks on Mika's stream.
Yeah.
Woo!
So we signed them.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
that's
we signed
true.
them.
There is some ink on there.
By the way, that hat, that Firefall hat,
Stump cover.
that thing is cool.
Yeah, so we have a new cosmetic that's an in-game hat that's like a baseball cap, but it has the Firefall logo and the little crystal thing.
Yeah.
And we're giving those out as community event items. So if you join one of Mika's events, when she posts about it, you'll get that. Like she ran an event yesterday, and all those players, she's collected the names, and now we'll get all the hat added to them. So you can get that by coming out to one of our events.
Yeah, and we're also getting eyeglasses.
Yes,
we're getting
for the
like
next one. So we want to
tech
switch
glasses.
We want to rotate through them. So if you come to a future event, you're like, oh, I already got that one. And we're like, okay, we have this. So it should be delivered before end of day today. We have to manually give it to each player that came out, so it takes a little bit of time. So after her event yesterday, she had a last time slot yesterday, so she'll collect all those names, hand off the list, and we'll get them granted. She'll post in the thread once they're given out.
Right.
So you don't have the hat yet, but you will. So she's working on it.
Yeah.
Can I get a hat?
No.
Sarah's face pretty much captured my emotion right there. Like,
Yeah,
she's the best.
I was doing
frowny
the
face
cynical
ever.
laugh with Brandon.
Sarah has the best
Yeah.
friend.
Some of the guys at the office, they look like Beaker.
No. That's jealousy.
Alrighty, guys. So thank you, everyone, for joining us this week. We have all the stuff we mentioned. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and something else. Oh,
YouTube.
that's right. This weekend,
Sunday,
Sunday.
11 a.m.
11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific.
It's
Get
on.
ready.
It is on.
It's on. We'll have. I think we're gonna have a lot of divs on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A lot of.
Oh yeah. And when you beat us, we just come back harder. So keep beating us. We'll keep working.
Nobody quote that.
Did he say that out loud?
I can't believe that just happened. Anyways, that's gonna happen this weekend. A lot of it should be a lot of fun, and a lot of cool new rewards and new dev abilities. So come check us out, and we'll see you next week in October.
Have a good weekend.